I know, right? Yeah. Just taking it on. That's good. Always love trophies. Mom would kill me.
All right, we're going to continue with our post-race press conferences here at Worldwide Technology Raceway. We are now joined by the winner of tonight's NASCAR Cup Series race, Kyle Busch, driver the number 8 Richard Childress Racing Chevrolet. We'll go right to questions. I'd like to start us off. Go Bob first.
Bob Conkers, Fox Sports, outdueling Larson on several late race restarts. Where does this win, do you feel like, ranks among, like, maybe some of your best driving performances?
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess I had a lot of experience of doing the same stuff last year, and unfortunately didn't make the most of it there at the end and get the win last year, but was able to do it this year, just, you know, racing against a few of those guys. You know, Larson was up there, Denny was up there, Blaney, all the guys that were fast all day. So I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but, you know, just the restarts kind of went our way. We were able to get through on the outside on that one and push Larson out, and then he took bottom of 3 and 4, and I was able to carry the momentum around the high side and take the lead. So that was really important. I think that was kind of the key moment of us being able to win today, and then being able to control the rest of the restarts for the rest of the race and keep ourselves up front like that. So yeah, Kyle's one of the best, and you know, it's good to be able to set up here and race hard with him, being a Team Chevy partner. He gave me great respect, and I appreciate that, and you know, that'll be giving back down the road.
Go next to Reed and then to Lee.
Reed Spencer with NASCAR Wire. Kyle, did you anticipate this level of success so early when you made the move to RCR?
I'm sorry, one more time?
Did you anticipate this level of success so early?
Yeah, no, you know, we've had some really good runs. We've had 3 wins, obviously, which is great, you know, but we've also had some of the dismal days as well. So we've had peaks and valleys so far this year. So we just got to find the greater plains, if you will, and level this thing out a little bit. So you know, it's great to be able to score a win here in St. Louis for Randall's hometown. That's really good. And so the team is really on a high. The whole organization's been really fighting hard and doing a great job. So everybody back at RCR at the shop, and ECR, the engine shop's been doing great, and just been so welcoming and really cool to be able to go out there and succeed for them and to give them back what all the hard work they're putting in is doing.
Do you kind of feed off of that? Because it's like, after what you went through last year with Gibbs, and to go someplace that just so thoroughly wanted you there, and they're feeding off of your talent and your success, and I mean, it just has to pull an organization in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, it all kind of stems too on the horse you're riding, right? I mean, we were horrible at the All-Star race. That was probably our worst role, but you know, being able to come out here and have a good run at a short track, although it was still the normal aero package, if you will, but just goes to show that we're really putting our head down and digging in and trying to figure out what it's going to take to be able to get me comfortable, to make me fast, right? So just, you got to have a good horse to ride, and so far this year we've had a few. Guys have been doing a great job. Last week at Coke 600 we were fast as well. I think I kind of hurt the car a little bit when I spun out, but you know, we still drove back to second and didn't have anything for the 12, but you know, it was a great night for us, and just continuing to show good speed each week.
I'm gonna come over here.
Christian Coley, KickingTheTires.net. Kyle, now you won in the Cup, you won in the Xfinity Series here at Gateway. Is it now a goal of yours to go win in the Truck Series?
Depends on the rules and regulations and stipulations of locking me out. This was a triple truck challenge race, so I can't run in those. So, you know, it's just a matter of being able to open up the playbook for me to have more races to choose from. It's kind of limited on which ones I'm allowed to go do. But yeah, no, I enjoy that. I love doing that. Years ago, I was slated to run a late model race here, and I think it got canceled or something happened. I don't know what it was, but didn't get a chance to do that one either, so that would have been fun.
Steven Stump, Frontiers.com. Kyle, you led the most laps in both races here with 2 different teams, 2 different makes, and now you finally have a win. Is there anything kind of in particular with this track that you feel you figured out, or?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that really is. You know, I've been fast here back in the Xfinity days when I raced with JGR, and in the Hendrick days, I think we had top 5 runs here or something like that. So this has always been a good place for me. It's always been fun to come out here to Gateway and the St. Louis area and have a good race. Not sure exactly what it is or what makes me run well here, but it's a fun place to race. So you just go out there and attack it and enjoy it.
Thank you.
Go to Justin Schuler in the middle.
Justin Schuler, Kicking the Tires. Kyle, on this day 12 years ago, you and Richard had your physical altercation, and Richard said that he's put it behind him and all that stuff. You guys have moved on, and he's been proud to have you as a part of his team. So just kind of wanted your thoughts of like how you've grown and learned from that, and now being a part of this team to not only be the leader of this team, but now to be putting them as the face of probably the biggest threat for the championship.
Yeah, I mean, you know, people change, people grow up, whatever happens. But you know, the relationship that I have now and the effort that's gone into securing me to get me to go to RCR and the discussions and the talks that happened there, and then obviously you know, being able to get there and have some really strong runs, winning right out of the gate at Fontana was great for us. A really big morale booster, and just proves them right? Like gives them greater satisfaction in me being part of the team. And it's been fun to just have that group around, and they know when we go to places and we struggle at places that, you know, we all want to get better, right? Like I could do a better job most of the time, and Randall and the guys can do a better job as well. So we just all continue to strive and work hard and bounce off of each other in order to make sure that we can come out and have the best possible stuff every time we hit the racetrack.
Additional questions for Kyle?
Somebody's got to end on a good one. Let's go. What a buzzkill.
Rowdy Maglite with Rowdy Maglite Racing Media. How about that?
Who doesn't love Rowdy?
That's right. Kyle, tell us about your thoughts having Braxton in the car going around. Because there's a big smile on his face when y'all pulled out.
It was, thank you. Yeah, no, Braxton's a huge fan of mine and a great supporter, obviously. So it's really fun when your son is there to kind of celebrate and have a great time, being able to jump the wall and come out there. I was shocked when he got there, you know, but asked the NASCAR guys if he could go for a ride. We did that back in 2009 when I won the championship, and that was a moment that we'll never forget. We'll cherish that one forever, you know. So it was really fun, really cool. Did it again here today. Tried to accelerate down the backstretch to give him a little bit of pull on the race car. The rear tires were smoked, so all I wanted to do was spin out. So thankfully I kept it straight. But we had fun, and he likes that. So one of these days I'm sure he'll be reaching for the pedals himself.
All right, we're going to go to Lee, and then we'll finish with Bob.
This is kind of a looking ahead question, but you led 54 laps last year at Nashville, couldn't close the deal, but Hendrick's won those last 2 races, and you know, being part of the key Chevrolet groups, does that give you any, you know, additional data that might help you win when you go back there in 2 weeks or 3 weeks?
Yeah, certainly. I would like to think so. You know, I think the 8 car there last year was decent. You know, not as good as the Hendrick 9, but you know, or the 18 where I was, but like you said, we weren't quite able to close out the deal, so it would be nice to go back there and lean on some of those notes. Obviously, that's been a really good key thing for us to be able to do. It didn't necessarily bode well at the All-Star race. Maybe we showed them what not to do. And so here this weekend, we were able to excel, and we had the good stuff this weekend, if you will. So just look forward to all the weeks ahead, and you know, kind of this final stretch before the playoffs.
The track's about this similar size to this one, is it not?
It is, but it's nowhere near the same. Entirely different racetrack. So you know, concrete surface, banking in the corners more similar. You know, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and it's so yeah. Fun track though. Bob, how about you?
Well, I'm not sure if this is a buzzkill or not, but did you have any concerns about brakes? I saw Ford cars blow rotors, so was there a big concern, or was it, you know, hey, you have a bunch of red flags at a track you don't have a lot of data on, and guys are pushing it, and so that we should have expected some of that today?
Yeah, I obviously don't know what package they ran. I'm sure they would run the short track package here for brakes, but You know, I never felt any vibration, never had any issue, never had any long pedal or nothing with mine. So I was, you know, confident in our stuff and what we had going, and I felt like that was actually a really strong suit for me today, was on the brakes and being able to get in the corner and get loaded up in time for me to have a good rest of the corner. Yep.
All right, Kyle, thank you.
You got it.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.